What is up, guys? It is Coasters and Things back again, and I have now ridden every single roller coaster at Hersheypark. So now it is time for me to rank what are, in my opinion, the top 10 roller coasters at Hersheypark. This is a park that has a truly outstanding roller coaster collection. Now, as of July 31st, 2022, Hersheypark is closing a roller coaster, Wildcat. However, Wildcat didn't even make the cut for this list, so that has no effect on this video whatsoever. For this ranking, I simply order them from 10 to 1, depending on how much I like them and how much I would want to ride them again given the opportunity. Now let's jump into the top 10. Starting off the list is SooperDooperLooper. This is a Schwarzkopf looper, and it was the first looping coaster on the East Coast. This coaster is heavily formed into the terrain. It features one vertical loop, and the loop was recently painted white to stand out amongst the rest of the ride. Besides the vertical loop though, there isn't really a whole lot to this ride. It just kinda meanders around after that. Number 9 is the newly rethemed Jolly Rancher Remix. Formerly known as Sidewinder, this is the best Vekoma boomerang I have ridden. It has the vest restraints, which are much better than the typical over-the-shoulder restraints that most boomerangs have. As a result, it is very smooth, while most other boomerangs are rough. It was also given a scent tunnel this year to go along with the new theme. Each ride, you get a different flavor of Jolly Rancher, and there's the scent to go along with it when you go through the tunnel. The flavors include cherry, blue raspberry, green apple, watermelon, and grape. That being said, it is still just a Vekoma boomerang, so you can only rank it so high. Coming in at number 8 is Laff Trakk. This is an indoor Mauer spinning coaster themed to a fun house. This ride surprised me the first time I rode it. I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to. It's glass smooth, has some pretty decent theming to it, and it is in the dark, which makes it better. This was my first Mauer spinner, and in my opinion, the Mauer ones are far superior to the Gerstlauer ones. The spinning feels more comfortable, being that you're facing outwards and not inwards like on the Gerstlauer ones. Just note though, with it being an indoor coaster and having not very good capacity, it gets crazy long lines, so make sure to hit it early in the day. Number 7 is Comet. This is the oldest coaster in the park. It is a PTC wooden coaster with buzz bars. This is a little different than your typical out and back Woody because it goes off to the right towards the end. I gotta say, for it being 76 years old, it runs good. Hersheypark maintains this coaster very well. There isn't much airtime on this ride, I'm not gonna lie, but it's still a fun coaster that you can get kids on when they're ready to step it up to bigger coasters. This ride is a definite classic. Now we're getting into the really good ones. These were tough to rank. All of these are great and are must rides. Coming in at number 6 is Great Bear. This is a B&M invert and has a very abnormal layout for an inverted coaster. While a lot of B&M inverts are very compact, this one is very drawn out. It also has a helix right before the drop. That's unusual. And the helix actually causes your legs to tingle a bit. It features 4 inversions and it has an extremely loud roar. You can hear this coaster from quite a ways away. It's intense too. I love these mid to late 90s B&M inverts. They just don't make them like they used to anymore, and this is a good example of one. Making the top 5 is Lightning Racer. I at first had Great Bear over Lightning Racer, and I only recently changed my mind. This is a pair of dueling GCI wooden coasters. This really was GCI's first good coaster. They had done a few coasters before this, like Wildcat as mentioned previously, but they weren't all that good. This ride is in the very back of the park, near the water park actually. You've got the 2 sides, Thunder and Lightning. Now, because of the way the ride was designed, the Thunder side wins 90% of the time. That being said, this is still a good coaster. It's fairly smooth and is fun to duel the other train. Number 4, I know I'm gonna get some hate for this one, but coming in at number 4 is Storm Runner. I know most enthusiasts absolutely have this in the top 3 coasters at Hersheypark. This is an Intamin Accelerator coaster with a fantastic launch. It features a top hat and 3 inversions, which are one of a kind. These include the Cobra Loop and the Flying Snake Dive, which are 2 inversions in one. The airtime over the top hat is also fantastic. The one problem I have with this coaster is that it has a pretty noticeable shakiness to it. This coaster does break down a lot, but if you can catch it open, be sure to ride it. I don't even mind that it's short, it's just that if it were a bit smoother, it would be better than the coaster that's ahead of it, in my opinion. Entering the top 3 is Fahrenheit. This is an Intamin vertical lift roller coaster, and it's their take on a Gerstlauer Eurofighter. In my opinion, this is so much better than the Gerstlauer Eurofighters. It has a 97-degree drop, which in the back row is phenomenal. It then features 6 inversions, making it Hersheypark's most inversion-filled coaster. The highlight is the first 2 inversions, which are combined into one, called the Norwegian Loop. One of only 3 coasters in the world to feature this. It is very smooth, and at the end has a really good ejector airtime moment as well. I just barely prefer this over Storm Runner. Back row on this coaster is a must experience, by the way. We've made it to the top 2, and both of these rides are in my top 25 coasters that I have ridden. They are the 2 hypercoasters. Coming in at number 2 is Candymonium. This is the newest coaster in the park as of 2022, and it was part of Hersheypark's biggest expansion ever, Chocolate Town. This is the latest and greatest B&M Hyper to debut in America, and it is easily one of the best B&M Hypers out there. It has tremendous floater airtime and a great first drop. It is also very smooth, one of the smoothest B&Ms ever. Probably my favorite moment on it is when it circles around the Kisses fountain at the end. It's very photogenic. It is a little short for a B&M Hyper, but that has to do with the land that Hershey had to work with. This is still a fantastic hypercoaster though. Coming in at number 1, this shouldn't surprise anyone, it is Skyrush. This is an incredible Intamin hypercoaster. It has intensity all the way through. The drop is insane, especially in the back. It feels like 2 drops in one. It's like you're going down and then all of a sudden it yanks you down even farther. It also has the world's fastest lift hill. It's a cable lift and it takes just 12 seconds to reach the top. One thing Skyrush is known for though are its lap bars. They are notoriously painful. Now they have never bothered me, but they do dig down pretty deep into your thighs. I've discovered if you just hold on to your restraint for dear life and don't put your hands in the air, it doesn't hurt as bad. People sometimes refer to this coaster as thigh crush. If you do what I just said though, you are much more inclined to like it. This ride really is incredible. Intamin took a huge gamble when they built this, and it paid off big time. So that is how I rank my top 10 roller coasters at Hersheypark. Like I said, this park has one of the best coaster lineups out there, and it's only going to continue to get better in the future. What are your favorite coasters at this park? Did you agree with my list? Let me know all that down below. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Coasters and Things, signing out.